Alright guys, so Creme Brulee has absolutely dominated the Avatar of Destiny meta. However, Creme Brulee is also pretty darn good inside of the arena for anybody who wants to, invest in him for the guild boss battle, but still want to use him for the arena. This team is going to be very similar to what Drekt has actually shared. He actually shared one with, Queen of Man, but this is the one that I've been testing, and it has also been tested by other, arena players as well, like WolfieGen, who is actually Grandmaster 2 inside of the holberry server, and the toppings and the team is honestly very similar to this, almost exactly the same, except for some toppings substats. So just want to share this team with you guys so that you guys can use Creme Brulee inside of the arena as well if you guys would like to try. So the team is going to be with burnt cheese, and it's going to be actually fettuccine instead of Queen of Man, and parfait, snapdragon, as well as creme brulee. And the reason why fettuccine is actually used instead of Queen of Man, although Queen of Man can increase the damage, from creme brulee with the light, as well as giving extra attack speed, fettuccine is actually able to take the hit, alright, the shot from golden cheese, preventing creme brulee from actually dying, in a lot of the other situations where she's just gonna absolutely nuke the team. So here we go, guys. It's the topping setting here, and first of all, it's going to be with fettuccine using 5 of the swift chocolate here. We're going to use around, I would say focus on damage resist, and then around 20 to 21% cooldown is probably good enough in order to keep up that taunt, as well as the self heal for fettuccine as well, and of course damage resist so that she doesn't die off. Next one is going to be our burnt cheese. Burnt cheese actually using 5 of the solid almond. I would say around 7 to 9% cooldown is good enough. You don't need to go extreme and put all 9%, but you do need that damage resist. And the attack speed, I have it so that burnt cheese actually does have the enchanted robe buff with creme brulee. And the next one is going to be parfait. Parfait has 5 of the solid almond as well. We have damage resist as well as cooldown. Cooldown, if you can get it around, again, 7 to about 9%, it will be more than enough. I have 6.8 close to that 7, so that's what I'm going with. Next one is going to be our creme brulee, of course, with 5 of the cereal raspberry here. The reason why we could do this is because we have parfait again with the debuff immunity, as well as the burnt cheese actually having that damage focus as well with the debuff immunity, so that creme brulee doesn't actually just get one-shotted. So we have 5 of the cereal raspberry focusing on the damage resist as well as the attack, and then most importantly attack speed, so that you are getting the enchanted robe buff, and no extra cooldown is what I'm going with currently. And the last one is of course going to be snapdragon with 5 of the swift chocolate, and then of course focusing on the snapdragon, focusing on the cooldown, and then if you can get extra attack and crit attack speed, just make sure that your burnt cheese is getting the enchanted robe buff. Alright, so the treasures are going to be the scroll, jelly watch, and the robe. So here we go, guys. Let's test this team out, and let me show you guys this team in action. Alright guys, so first team here is going to be the crimson coral, golden cheese, and black pearl comp. So here we go. This one's going to be nice and easy here, most likely. Alright, so we do have the fettuccine just taking that the golden cheese hit, which is really, really important because you want creme brulee to not take damage, and you don't want parfait to take as much damage as possible too, right? She wants to survive because there's going to be that interval of parfait putting debuff immunity onto our creme brulee, and then sometimes golden cheese is going to hit the creme brulee, getting rid of all the buffs if fettuccine is not using skill fast enough, and then that's when our burnt cheese is going to use it. But after that 1 minute mark, you're going to see creme brulee just absolutely shredding everybody. You just saw like all the backlane just melted. Look at that, 9 million damage. Of course, we're kind of slow, starting pretty easy right now. They only have promotions, but you were able to see just how much damage creme brulee is able to do after that 1 minute mark with full Rolando stacks that he has. All right, guys, so this one is going to be a little bit of tougher, I think. I'll have to say. Like, look at this. We have a 5-star ascended golden cheese here. All right, but this time around it is going to be the frost comp. All right, so let's see how we do against this one. So this is a comp that again, reason why parfait as well as the burnt cheese is going to be so important is because you don't want creme brulee to be taking as like these frost stacks if possible, right? By having burnt cheese, put that debuff immunity, having Parfait to put debuff immunity as well as debuff resist as well, and having Fettuccini just kind of, tank all the hits is very, very, very important for our cookies, to do the damage that is necessary, especially our Creme Brulee. Look at that. Creme Brulee, after that 1 minute mark with the, the Enchanted Robe buff, that golden cheese didn't even have a chance to revive, even if she is a 5-star ascension. Like, Creme Brulee still is 3-star ascension. Okay, still pretty high, but there's room for improvement even for Creme Brulee right now inside of this team. So there you guys go. 4 million damage coming out from burnt cheese, which is actually pretty darn good. But we got 16 million coming out from our Creme Brulee, and the 5-star ascended golden cheese, 6 million, which is, honestly speaking, Creme Brulee is absolutely just, insane. Alright guys, so this time around it's going to be with fettuccine, burnt cheese, golden cheese, and frost queen. I would say the only thing again when you guys are versing any teams is make sure that Parfait does survive. If Parfait survives, you win almost I would say like 98% of all the battles that you verse. There are sometimes, again, stat difference can happen. But most of the times if your Parfait does survive the first initial skill rotation, then it's almost a guaranteed win. So here we go. All right, here we go. We got fettuccine, taunting, and then here we go. So this time around, because of the fact that there's burnt cheese, all right, burnt cheese has a chance of actually getting rid of that a taunt and then hitting the Creme Brulee instead, and that's why having these two together is kind of important. Again, golden cheese gets rid of buffs. So if your buff is on Creme Brulee, but our golden cheese has skill cooldown, then Parfait needs to be able to cover that up. And then if Parfait is on cooldown, burnt cheese needs to have that rotation, which is why this works out perfectly. All right, because they both have cooldown. They both have solid almond, but their cooldown, initial cooldown is different, right? So it works out really, really well. There you guys go. 8 million damage coming out from Creme Brulee again. Even if there's a taunt, we're just actually just shredding these guys. Just very fun to use. All right, last battle here, guys, with the holberry, icicle yeti with the frost comp and golden cheese here. So here we go. All right, here we go. So there's that taunt. We have Creme Brulee, and then Parfait using skill. Fettuccine, taunted and took the damage this time around, which is really, really good. But man, we pop immortality already, right? So here we go. Hopefully our Salvando stacks can kind of do the damage that is needed. All right, Snow King. All right, come on, the 1 minute mark. You need to do this, Creme Brulee. So Creme Brulee, Creme Brulee. Oh my gosh, that was so close, but man, that 1 minute mark Creme Brulee damage is just so insane. 19 million damage coming out. That was actually really, really close. I'm not even gonna lie. That Snow Sugar constant damage with the golden cheese absolutely nuking fettuccine, and the Frost Queen damage was scary. But man, Creme Brulee clutched it right there. That was crazy. So there you guys go. A Creme Brulee meta comp, in my opinion, that you guys can try out with fettuccine, as well as burnt cheese, Parfait, and Creme Brulee. 4 epics and 1 special. No ancient, legendary, or dragon, super epic in here, guys. So maybe you guys can try this team out. Of course, it might not work for everybody, but I'm sure it will work out for a lot of you guys. And I want to thank Wolfie Gen for also, testing it out and confirming it with me that it works out really, really well. So good luck with the arena, guys, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.